Hey everybody! Okay, got some inspiration from Pinterest and I'm going to make yet another pair of earrings. I feel like all I've done so far on my YouTube channel is just do earrings when it comes to jewelry. I know I need to venture out, but hear me out. I feel like this design could be turned into a necklace as well if you wanted it to be. So, here we go. What I have found is a pair of swirl earrings. That's the wrong one. No, it's not. I see what I've done now. Well, that doesn't exactly look even now, does it? And I want to do those with that. Where are these? Squeeze it in there with that. You know I'm liking the purple. We're gonna do purple, and I'm gonna be right back because I don't have enough of the same bead. Yeah, okay. Un momento, por favor. I know, I can't roll my R's. You're just gonna have to forgive me. Okay. Was I doing those? Right. Got it. Here we go. I have my shelving so far away. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably not a good idea, but I'm not about to move everything around again. So, we're gonna ignore those. We never saw them, they don't exist, okay? So, where was I? Oh yeah, I was pulling out the wire. I'm gonna start talking more in my videos only because I've heard that if you don't talk on your videos, you can get in trouble by YouTube or whoever and just end up not having videos at all. So, talking it is then. Y'all are just gonna have to have fun with that. Taking my pliers. And they have a bigger loop. I hope this is in view. They have a bigger loop on theirs. I don't like the bigger loops. I feel like they're a little more not as polished looking. And now that I'm about to make this, I'm starting to wonder how exactly they did this because I don't exactly remember. But that's fine. We'll figure it out as we go along. Okay, well, that's obviously too tight. How did they? Maybe it was something a little more. Yeah, it was bigger. Okay, that's right. It definitely needs to curve in more for my taste anyway. Need to flatten that curve just a wee bit. And that one too, because if there's one thing, I'm using bronze wire. If there's one thing I really don't like about bronze wire, it is the fact that it will just, for me anyway, maybe other people don't have this problem, it just kinks really strange. And I'm like, why? Why you gotta do me like that? It's unnecessary, it looks horrible, neither of us are getting benefited by it, just don't be rude, you know? And it's still not working. Okay. And then they make this end curve up really big and then just have a little loop-de-loop up there. You know? There we go. That ain't half bad. So now I'm starting to regret the purple and I kind of want, I mean the purple looks nice, don't get me wrong, it does. But I'm thinking I would have liked the green better. However, we're gonna snippy snip. Whoa, I forgot how tough that was too. Bent me wires. I mean my cutters. Rude. It's not even a flush cut even more. It made it a point. Okay, that's better. And where's my trash can? There it is. Do not want to put this in my tea. Not recommended. Okay, I'm gonna straighten that out. And because I'm just a wee bit lazy, I'm going to use properly sized wires. You know, that could have been smaller. Did not have to be that big. And we're gonna go back in and redo that. Make it smaller. Huzzah. Now I gotta redo that entire section right there. See, this is why I really need to make myself an example piece before I start filming. Because then I don't sound as much like a crazy person and I actually look like I know what I'm doing. Without making tiny little nicks in the wire. Because, you know, it's really fun and totally what you want to do. Alright, now I've just got the completely wrong angle on this thing altogether. We'll figure it out. I believe in us. There we go. We're gonna go with that. That's what we're gonna go with. That's totally how that was supposed to go. I don't know if I should make that go in a little further. Technically, I guess I should have done that a little better. I don't really like that much of a hook to it. Just a little softer, but like a little more. Like a little softer. That I can live with. That should totally have been exactly where I had it before. So, one earring done. Get my wire again, and see if this is the right direction. I think I used this. Really and truly though, I bet that would fit. It just about does. We're gonna go with it. Excuse me. What did you? Okay, nothing. Cool. We're good. I forgot to put the beads on first. Well, you know what this is gonna be now? It's gonna be a bail for something down the road. Don't forget to put your beads on first, kids. Did I even cut that the wrong direction? No, it's just bronze wire. Did I call this brass earlier? It's bronze. It's just bronze wire, so it's more of a pain in the rear to work with. Right, gotta do this all over again. Once again, remembering to not put it in my tea. Okay. I still hope this is in view. I need to have a better camera set up so I can actually see what y'all are seeing, so I can know if I'm out of view, because I know for a fact there were a few videos there where I just I was not in view for a while. And so I'd make an entire video and then I would realize way after the fact that I completely skipped over a really important part because I wasn't in view. And I'm like, you know what, that's totally fine. Except that it's not. Do I want to mirror these? Oops. Cooperate with me here. Oh. Oh dear. So, wait. It's like that. So if I just scooch, whoops, get back over there. Scooch that around. Is that about the, oops, is that about the right size? Kind of. I feel like I could use a wee bit of a bendy-roo right there. Oh no, that's just a little too low. Now we're bending it back up. You know? Let's go with it for now. See what happens. Maybe I can convince the rest to look about how it needs to. Oh. You know, I did a better job on this curve than I did on this one. These might be necklaces. That's what these might be. So they're individuals and not a pair, because obviously I figured out what I was doing with this one as opposed to this one, but maybe if I just bend that one a little bit more. Okay. Then maybe if I just make this a little bit smaller. Alright, oops. There's one thing I am when it comes to wire wrapping, and so it's a Butterfingers. I have dropped so many pieces and I have just freaked out because you can break cabochons and beads and things rather easily if you're a klutz. And yeah, I have broken more than I'd appreciate. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I'm going to guesstimate where to cut this thing. We're gonna go with right there. Hope for the best. I used the tinier size after I used the bigger one. So we're gonna go in. Ooh, no, don't do that either. We're gonna go in, we're gonna do it like this, and then we're gonna do it like this. Make that nice little hook. I said we're gonna make the nice little hook, which means I want you to attach a little more better. Then you know what, whatever. We're gonna go with that for now. No, we're not. That's gonna bother me. Okay, so no. Just stop. Stop being a pain. Gotta see if this is even the. No. You get out to there. Okay. Oh, hello. That one's significantly curvier than this one is. Is there a way I can fudge that over? Yes. Yes, there is. So you go over, and then you go up in a really funky sort of way. And that's about even. I made that just a fuzz too tall. Just a little bit. Just a wee little bit. To the point where if I cut that off, preferably without stabbing myself. Wrong tool. We will pull that down again. Curve it again. Squish it again. Again. Oh, now it's touching. Yeah. Rude. Okay. Now I gotta do that with this one. That one's gonna bother me too. Have I had 5 minutes of talking yet? Probably. I know I'll get better at talking on video, but for now, this is what y'all get. This is kind of sort of what I sound like anyway when I'm wire wrapping on my own. Ooh, you know? I think those are pretty even. I mean, that one might just be a little fuzz taller, but it's fuzzy enough that I don't want to mess with it. and then end up regretting it later. So, I don't have pierced ears. I'm gonna put on clippity-doo-dahs because I want to wear these first and see how they wear. I usually test when I make before I, oh no. Oh, don't tell me. Ah, crud. And we're shifting the circle to the front. We're doing that. What was I saying? I was saying something. I'm pretty sure it was, it might not have been important. And this is gonna be a pain. Ew, and now it's got like this really weird, ugly, no, I don't like that. Aha, kind of. Yeah, there we go, okay. That's less painful to look at. It's still got a funky, no, don't do that. You know, we're gonna go with it. Just don't mess with it too much and it'll be fine. Okay. Alright, it's not too, that's got curve. That's got curve the other direction though. Ow, ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ah, no. Ooh, I just hit a pressure point on my elbow with the corner of the table. That is hurting longer than usual. That's fun. Okay, anyway. Right, facing the wrong direction. One moment, please. Right. Better. It's fudgy enough, I'm gonna go with it. So, they're sisters, not twins, okay? That's what we gotta keep in mind here. every single time. It doesn't seem to matter if I'm drawing or anything. Hold on while I sip my tea. It doesn't seem to matter if I'm drawing or apparently wire wrapping. I cannot get both sides even to save my life, okay? It's not gonna happen. Right, so, put that there. Close it up like so. I like those loops to be tight, so I know there's no possible way these are going to go flying off the fixtures unless something very catastrophic happens. So, there, okay. I shall endeavor to not smack the heck out of my elbow again. Right. You know what? That ain't bad. That looks pretty dang good if I do say so myself. I really like those. They're cute. I definitely need clip-ons that match the color of this wire better. However, we're gonna ignore that because I do tarnish and they kind of sort of get to this color eventually, but until then it's an eyesore. But that's fine. We're just going to use our imaginations and just pretend they're tarnished already and match this wire perfectly. So, you know, I actually really like this design. It's nice. I mean, seeing it on Pinterest is great and all, but seeing it in person is just like, wow, I really like it. So yeah, there we go. Clear just a wee bit of space here so you can see it better on the table. Ta-da! Excuse me. You know? Yeah, I like it. I think I'm gonna... I was rudely cut off by my alarm. Anyway, green beads is what I was trying to say. I might make these with the green beads this time. So that, I've got no clue what that is. Maybe a turquoise of sorts. Don't quote me on that. Amethyst, smoky quartz. Green aventurine, what amethyst is. So whatever the heck that is, green aventurine, smoky quartz, I think it'll be nice. Ta-da! There you go. I would now like to take the time to say I'm sorry I was out of view of the camera quite a lot. However, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks, bye!